Oh, I'm a computer scientist.
I don't know. Hello to all the people that aren't here yet. Or says it is a poison. There's a poison here. Hello to a poison. Oh, wait, that's me. Never mind. I have the chat box open. Thought I would do that too. And I guess it's got me thrown in here too. Start yawning. Maybe everybody's out shopping or something. It is a Friday night. There we go. There we got C103 and Carol. Hey. I didn't know if anybody'd show up tonight because, it's Friday, not Saturday, for starters. But last couple of Saturdays, I've been knocking myself out of doing the last. I think, I just skipped last Saturday. I did the one before that, but I keep missing Saturday nights because, I don't know. Hey, says Dad. I didn't really have an excuse today because we haven't done a lot because it's been windy and cold and disgusting here. Is it a big one or a little one, Carl? They're actually not a problem, honestly. Knowing what I know about possums now, I regret having killed several of them. Has it got its winter coat on, Carol? Be big and fluffy, it does.
Restart.
The ones down here, they got size to them, but they don't ever have any fur on them. They look, well, possums without fur just look gross. They're a whole lot less trouble or problematic than raccoons are. Maybe you put cat food out, the possums will come in and snack on it. Otherwise, they usually just run around, eat bugs and stuff. They will chew on a dead animal if they get lucky, but it's actually not a Well, they eat at night, and then they got to find some place to lay up during the day. Hollow tree, something like that. Well, it's got to have a way in and out of the garage. You know, hey Tibor, that's if it's got a way in and out of the garage, and it's just in there sleeping during the day. I mean, yeah, just got to make sure nobody's going down the driveway. But I actually have a gate I can close. So and I'm trying to brew some coffee. So in a minute, I'm going to have to get up and go get a cup.
Here, go in her town.
Uh-oh. The guy that actually knows what's going on is here now. Tell him, Dave, you get ready. It's going to get bad. Use both hands. Really bad. Burp. You burp it. Talk to the baby. Oh, you burp it again.
Elijah Wayne.
Yeah, Lucy's like me, huh?
Elijah Wayne.
No
Oh,
touching.
let me do this.
We're not gonna touch no buttons. No touching buttons. No touching buttons. It's short. Let me see if I can.
1 second, I'll take you back.
No, I was trying to get him more taller. There. There, now you're taller. Kept cutting his chin off with the table or the camera thing or whatever. Yeah, I mean, um, yeah, yeah. What is control? We're not going to find out.
Blah, blah, blah.
Can you tell him that? Can you say blah blah blah? Can you tell him a story? Tell him a story. Tell them about the dinosaurs and how they ate your friends. And how they always coming in and they try to get your ribs. Like, and they don't come with the ribs. Come with the ribs. He'll fight you. He'll fight you over the ribs. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Uh-oh. Here she is.
Elijah.
He can see your shadow.
Baby. Oh, just get a handful. Yeah, put it. Come here. Well, you gonna play with the baby?
Now I see he just wants the buttons.
Show me.
Reach for her.
Said no. I get more attention when I don't do it.
Boo.
Elijah
Chicken
Wayne.
baby syndrome.
Elijah Wayne.
Fat, ain't it? We got some cheeks on. He's solid, people. I call him fat kid because of the cheeks or whatever, but the rest of him, he's not. I mean, he ain't skinny or nothing, but he's fun. He's really fun to play with. They keep teaching him how to use his hands, though, and he is getting better at grabbing the beard. So, there's that. You're welcome. I parade all my grandkids all over my channel if I ever get to spend any time around. And when I am around them, I'm dang sure not thinking about recording it. You're welcome. That
it's kind of scary.
way too close. It wasn't close, but it was way too close. I mean, he shouldn't have got any votes at all.
But
Yeah. It's hard to believe there are that many ignorant people. But anyways, we survived another thing. Never give up, never surrender, but
I'm gonna bark you.
the wind's blowing and it'll mess up the noise in the microphone there, Rob. That's the only reason. Because actually I could go out in the shed and do it. It will kick from the shed. So I checked it, did that, took it out there, I went out and watched the movie just to see if I could. And I can. Well, I watched about 10 minutes. I figured if it would stream in, it would stream out. Just gotta have the door open.
It's still 38 here.
That's 38. Ooh, that's 6 degrees in 2 hours. Hey, Corsairs. Keith. Anybody else that I missed? Anyway, the actual plan was to pay no attention to the side chat and just talk about this because I was really actually hoping to get other people than the normal everyday. Not that I don't like you people coming around. I'm actually, me and the missus were talking about it today. You know, our situation and the number of people that we know that don't have any kind of anything. They're not, you know, they couldn't make it a week if the world fell apart. And some of the people we know that aren't prepared, it's because they say they can't afford it. And because prepping has turned into this community thing. You've got, you know, preppers do this and this and this. You know, mountain house, freeze dried, you know, 25-year food, and if all we had was Augustin Farms and stuff like that, we wouldn't have anything because that crap's expensive. And yeah, we can't afford to prep that way. So My shirt is clean. My sweatshirt maybe not, but my shirt is. Anyways. I'm going to try to start putting out some videos on how to get it done. That's all the community used to do is put out videos on how to prep. And now all the community does is put out videos about why you should prep. If you can't figure that out on your own, I mean, there ain't no whole lot of, hey, tradesman, there's no way of convincing you that I don't think it's my job to wake people up to the fact that things are going to hell in a handbasket. Now, because there's not a lot I can do to stop hell in a handbasket. You know, my fire extinguisher ain't that big. But I do know a little bit about prepping, a little bit. And I know you don't have to, I don't even know what does Four Patriots get for one of their 72-hour kits? I mean, what does it cost? I mean, I know there's got at least two of you people in here that have bought those things. What is a 72-hour survival food kit cost from Four Patriots?
Yeah, Tibor.
That's true, Tibor, but you know, they're the people that are buying Happy Meals are stuck in the same world you are, and their kids have to live in it too. And it doesn't hurt every once in a while to give a kid a smoke. Our kids didn't always get Happy Meals.
It's not real food.
Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. They even had Happy Meal type things at the Taco John's, and we eat Taco John's. Don't lie there. Dude, I'm having to take ours fireplace apart and put it back together. That's cool. Sample pack.
$25 for a 3-day thing. That's not bad.
Yeah, I think whenever the storm ripped the chimney off, I think some of the stovepipe went with, and the dove had started dropping sticks down the chimney. Mostly got to get all the kindling out. Which I got most of it. I just got tired of crawling around on my hands and knees reaching into the thing. And there's supposed to be a way to take the reburner out to clean it, and I can't figure it out. There's supposed to be a big bolt in the middle. You unscrew the bolt, slide the plate out. That plate won't fit out the door. And it definitely needs to be cleaned. It'll draw. I went in and put a twig fire in it, it'll draw right how it is, but I can't turn the fans on because uh, the heat exchanger is the box around the stove, and the actual stove pipe is not going far enough up the chimney to make me feel comfortable about turning the fan on. So, yeah, it'll be fine. So they've got that stuff marked down pretty low. It was not that affordable before. We looked at a couple of them, and for 1 month supply or something like that was going to be what was it?
Over 1,000.
It was over $1,000
I don't
bucks.
remember exactly.
And I'm just like, no. Hey, Walter. Yeah, and Rob, but that's the thing. I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, that's say you got 3 people in your house, and you need 6 months worth. Somebody do the math. Or let's say your goal is 10 months, because I can do the math on that. So you're looking at, bam, was that $1,150 per person? If you tried to order that all at one time, and you got 3 people, we said, so that's 3450. You know, to order it like that, then if you can afford to buy $3,500 worth of groceries at a stretch or whatever, why are you in my channel? Why are you listening to me? You need to be like with Donald Trump, like rubbing shoulders and going, "Hey, buddy, what's up?"
I haven't bought any MREs and don't plan to.
We personally don't believe that MREs are food. I've never had anything but trouble getting rid of the MRE after I eat the MRE. And I don't care how much water you drink. Okay. It doesn't want to come out. Well, this is prepping and introduction. I'm not talking about what we do. I mean, if the only thing out there is for advanced preppers, when somebody wakes up and they're like, "Man, things are getting really bad. I should probably do something," and they type in prepping, and all they get is, "Okay, first you've got to buy the SUX 6000 vacuum sealer with the Mylar bags and blah blah blah," and you start. All they can find are these guys out there that are trying to make money selling you repackaged Augustin Farms freeze dried vegetables. Which it's really annoying when you can't get August Farms because they're filling the orders for other people. It's just annoying. Or, the bug out roll, or, your newest. Without this Olight, you will not survive. Okay. I think you starve to death any slower in the light than you do in the dark. I think it's the same speed, actually. You've still got to buy the packet, and I'm freeze dry. I wish we had a freeze dryer, but you still got to buy, and that's advanced prepping. What about the young lady that just realized, hey, me and my this make something, I'm making this stuff off the top of my head. Her husband gets one too many DUIs. He gets locked up. She's watching the news, going to church, and realizes, hey, this could get really bad. She's like, I need to figure out some way to do it. She's got nothing. She doesn't have any food put back. She doesn't have a garden plot. She doesn't have any of this. She doesn't have a prepper escape. There's not any mag out there that's going to open their arms to a woman with no supplies, 2 dependents, and a convict husband. So what is she supposed to do for herself? Instead of, what I'm getting at, guys, is instead of doing all these videos showing how smart I am and how far advanced I am and how much better I am at prepping than everybody else, I am going to start trying to do videos that are aimed at me several years ago when I was trying to figure out how to get this done without breaking the bank. Because we didn't have a bank to break. We'd taken a hammer to the piggy banks already. And you can do it. There's a lot of different ways out there. And the videos about that kind of stuff used to pop up all over the place. Now everybody's trying to do videos that gets them a sponsorship with. I'm done with the Canadian guys, man. I'm sick. I really don't care about Princess Auto. Yeah, Harbor Freight's cool, but let them run ads on your videos. Don't make your video an ad. Hey, CR. We had
So we had tonight.
No, it wasn't cornbread. It was
Well,
biscuits, but that's because we had biscuits left over from breakfast. It's yeah, and that's it. And people keep going and people busting on people for shorts. If you can tell somebody everything they need to know to get started on something in under 60 seconds and your phone's standing up instead of laying down. I was fixing to start cussing. I apologize. What exactly does me doing a short on a topic have to do with the abrasion resistance of your butt cheeks? If it chaps you that bad, unsubscribe. If you can't deal with somebody living their life the way they want to live their life, which means doing shorts or long videos, doing sideways videos or stand-up videos, if if all you can do is bust on somebody for acting like they live in America and it being a free country, then we really don't have anything else to talk about. Bye. If shorts aren't for you, go home. I put out, and I'm actually thinking about putting out a lot more shorts. It takes me actually quite a while to condense everything I say down into under 60 seconds. I've got a lot of videos on there that don't make shorts because they're $1.30, and it's got to be under a minute.
Hey, Jack's camera.
Hey, Jack.
Put them in an Instapot.
The Instapot works real good. And it all depends on your beans. Depends on which beans you buy, what kind of water you got. Good spring water, good. Hope for good spring water. The best beans I had were actually from spring water in Pennsylvania. That was a long time ago, but yeah, exactly. C103. I mean, there's nothing wrong with showing the products that you use or whatever and stuff, but there's actually a lot of chops being busted about stuff that doesn't make any sense. And the community is filling up with a lot of Karens. And what they decide to Karens and Kens. I mean, just please. And I should have put this on the unfiltered channel. Sorry. Notice it's not monetized. Yeah, I mean, I actually started somewhere. There is a video of me doing that down at the Apaco barn. You put the beans, you use the sun to pre-cook the beans, to soak the beans. You soak the beans in hot water all day long, and they get nice and soft, and then you just boil them for 20 minutes, and you're done.
Would you quit choking on your slobber?
There's nothing wrong with gear reviews as long as they're honest gear reviews. That flashlight. They kept pounding. I've got a flashlight. They said, hey, we'll get you this flashlight if you'll do a review. And I said, okay, it's going to take me about 6 months. And I put that in the email. They said, that's fine. They started asking me what was up after 2 weeks. I said, I haven't figured out whether or not I like the light yet. And which I actually do. It's a really good flashlight. But they hounded me so much that I finally told them, I said, no, I mean, your pressure has decided, made me, the, what do you call it? The customer service part of your company wouldn't get a good review. So I don't think you want me talking about your product. That's the second product that I've gotten that I was, well, one, the product was just a piece of crap, but it has to be an honest review. And if I take it out of the box to do the review, it's not, there's no way it can be an honest review. I'm taking it out of the box to tell you about it.
Gear, a will to help you move, not a crutch to lean on heavily.
Right. The only thing I don't like about that flashlight is that I can't keep up with the dadgum charger for it. Yeah, you got whenever the gear, you can't do a gear review on something when it comes to you in the box, unless you already have it, and they send you a new one, and you're like, oh, okay, and you show them, oh, here's my ratty one that I've been using for a year and a half. It's still good to go. I actually had that flashlight on my AR for 7 months, and only had the occasion to use it 3 times, and I didn't. Neither one of the 3 times did I get to the point where I could see the offending coyote. But anyway, I did shoot the gun with the light on. It's okay, light, especially for the price. It's not bad. I think this was like $10. I don't know where that other one is, but it's that other one. The most of the cost was for the batteries. Well, it the mount to put it on the rail, and then the charger. It was a light, 2 batteries. Which crap, those batteries like $15 a piece, and option of 2 different kinds of switches. I kept the box because I was going to show the box in the review. I'm still thinking about doing the review because the flashlight's actually really good. I've dropped it. It got rained on twice. By rained on, I mean like not a sprinkle here and there. I mean like some dumbass left it out on the table and got rained on. So cool.
Bless you.
I give you a whole kit and then you just start taking it apart and giving it to everybody else, Grady. What do we got up here? Ah,
You're silly.
now I do like the firefly setting on the blight. I really do. When it's dark, I like to have the firefly setting, but I want the firefly setting to have its own button. I don't want to have to go click, click, click through all the bright light. I want to be able to turn on just the firefly, which is basically you can see what's going on right here. It's a little glow area. Night fishing, whatever. You don't need to turn on. You don't need to illuminate your feet when you're tying a hook to your line. You just don't. Um, yeah. But if you got to click it, if you got to know Morse code to get it to do what you want to do, and if you push the wrong code or whatever, next thing you know, you're lasering people in the eye and burning their retina and crap. No way you need a laser on a headlamp, but you don't need a strobe on the headlamp. And I mean, I know tactical. You want the strobe on the gun to disorient the person. Blah 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 blah. Hey, you're a prepper. You're not going to be clearing gangbangers or drug dealers or whatever out of a warehouse. Um, they're cool, but 99% of us, those are toys. They're not tools. I mean, be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Most of that junk you got strapped to your gun is toys. That's all it is. I would show y'all the pistol I've been carrying around the last few days, but I ain't doing that. I ain't unloading it to show y'all how safe it is. Because then I would have to reload it. It's just stupid. They ain't got no lasers on it, no nothing on it. It just has a place for the bullets go in and for the bullets to come out. Yeah, and see the firefly, it still affects your night vision a little bit, but not nearly as bad as a regular. This thing, if I click this thing on out, at night outside, then I'm done. I've lost my night vision. And this is little. I can't remember what I paid for this thing. I think it was like $13. I think I may have left that other one outside again. But anyway, that's waterproof.
How do you even eat dried beans?
I don't know.
I would break my teeth.
Yeah, and as long as you eat, drink, and I'm talking a lot of water. You can, it's chewing them up. That's going to be the hard part.
Yeah.
Anyway. on the prepping, I mean, if you think you got a way to get the message across to people, how many people in here have actually watched my old videos? I mean, tell me straight, because I know there's 14 people in here, and some of my videos back there ain't got 14 views.
Show them his camouflage looking blanket.
Oh, yeah,
It looks like camo.
sort of.
Not sort of. It looks like camo.
It's the baby blanket.
It's camo, but dinosaur camo.
It's dinosaur camo. Y'all can't see me. This is my invisible cloak. Yes.
Except for there's places on it that glow in the dark.
Kill the light switch. See if they can see it. Right now, the camera or the computer's going to mess it up. Anyway, yeah. The dinosaurs glow in the dark. It's totally kick-ass. I mean, cool.
And it's super soft.
It is super soft. He sure likes to play with ours. I love it. Anyway, what was I talking about before we brought up the blanket? Oh,
Don't put so much crap on your gun.
well, no, I'd already switched over to the stuff that goes in the bug out bag. People paying, I mean, people were paying, I don't know, like $40 for a stainless steel jug. I'm like, okay, that's just nuts. And a stainless steel cook set was $25 to get a pot and a couple of bowls or whatever that you can use.
That's a good one, too, boy.
There you go. Yeah. Anyway, I have videos back there showing where I've made bug out bags using Dollar General or Dollar Tree stuff. The cooking pots were doggy bowls, man. I've still got one of those kits. Those stainless steel dog bowls are lighter than a stainless steel cook pot. And we're talking weight. That's all you used to do is how to do all the stuff that these people were telling you. You have to buy this top of the line gear. No, you don't. You have to think outside the box.
He's only been here since then.
Oh wow! I've got to finish that big one. There lives the governor. Still got all the pieces.
At the old house, not here.
Mm-hmm. Brought the screws for it over here. Hey, positive thinking. Anyway. And if I'm not just doing this, I'm not pushing my channel or whatever. If you see, I don't do social media, I don't have no Instagram account, and I don't do the Facebook account, and Why? You've got a bank card, you've got a smartphone, you've got an IP address on your computer. You're not hiding anything from anybody. But
all you gotta do is subscribe to LexisNexis and find out pretty much anything about people.
right,
Because we use it at work.
it's so.
And not just in Texas. I mean, it looks everywhere.
And Zuckerberg is a sorry dog, but so is the guy that owns Microsoft and LG phones. And then you got who's the guy that owns Macintosh? Oh wait, the same guy that Apple. No, he's not a nice guy either. Um, sorry, but anyway, if you feel like you can use social media, which those of us that are cool, we know who we are. Freaking, if you see a video on somebody's channel, share it. Share it on social media. It does that when stuff on YouTube goes viral, it's not because YouTube makes it goes viral. It's the shares that do it.
And if you're afraid they don't want you sharing it, it wouldn't be shareable if they didn't want it shareable.
Right.
All they have to do is click a button.
Yeah.
And you can't share.
Yeah. So
you're not gonna offend them.
If they're putting it on YouTube, boom, it's share it. And social media and stuff they're using to win this fight. And instead of us taking the sword of social media away from them and using it against them, where there's a lot of us that, and I was one of them, I quit all of that stuff. I dumped Facebook. I dumped, well, I'm not going to run through the whole list of all the different non-existent social medias that I dumped. And then it occurred to me, no, the only person, and I have to admit that I came back after the NFL thing. People are like, well, I shouldn't have to do without just because those guys are being jerks. Okay, so you're not willing to do without the NFL, even though those guys are disrespecting the country and the flag and stuff. But because I should have to do without my social media because the guy only wears T-shirts or whatever the hell it is you have against Zuckerberg. What else?
Original pizza.
I actually like peep sites, but I'm still learning to use them. It's not it's not what I grew up shooting. So. You just be quiet over there, little man. Nobody talking to you. Yep. I know of guys in prison that all they were getting was that little bit of change they got from working their little job, which is like pennies on the hour or something like that. And these guys were able, working however many cents an hour to do some pretty cool stuff for the people at home. Because they stretched their cents on the dollar. They're a few cents an hour. They determined they were going to do it. I heard a guy use a term today. It was was it On 3 or Survival Dispatch? One of those two channels. They were interviewing a guy. It's the same dude on both channels, but anyway, he said when he wants to do something, he purposes it in himself, and he decides within himself that he's going to do it, and then he does it. So if you're wanting to prep, if you want to do emergency preparedness, you just have to purpose in yourself that you're going to do it. You just have to decide, yeah, I want to do this. I need to do this. You can't make excuses. And now, are you prepping, or are you? And I know I'm not trying to make anybody mad. This is me being unfiltered. Feel free to VR me, okay, on this. But are you prepping or are you playing? If you can't feed everybody in your household, on your food stores for a year, but you got $30,000-$40,000 worth of firearms rolling around your house, well, they're an investment. Yes, they can be. But, I mean, so is food. And this is me. This is my personal opinion. Okay? I have friends that literally, that's how they invest their money, and it's working well for them. I know one item was purchased for right at $100, and with no effort at all, just letting it sit where it was after he bought it, it's now $2,800. So, I mean, it's really good investment. The one thing he bought, which was a little high when he bought it, and I thought he was messing up. Anyway, yeah, he did good on that one too. So, if you're buying this stuff, knowing that it's going to be a collector, but that block over there, that's not an investment. It's never going to be worth what was paid for it. Well, it's never going to be worth what the retail price was.
It's worth what
Gotta do that right.
Because
if you haven't been following my channel, my wife got that Glock for nearly nothing. Next time she wants to borrow $20, I'm just going to get her 40 and get me a set of tickets too. All right, CR, be good. Hey, and yes, Anonymous, most entertainment is tainted.
How many married
Would it?
trying to read Walters. I don't understand what he said.
You're gonna have to re. And they're supposed to be Corsairs, but people don't want to. There's a lot of people out there that are survivalists, which are a type. I guess they're under the same umbrella as preppers, but yeah. You got survival or primitive survival specialists, which is like a really cool hobby of mine. It would, that stuff will save your life. I mean, there are times when it would be really handy to be able to make a fire with nothing but your shoestring and some sticks. Do not have cheap shoestrings. That much I will tell you.
Go sleep.
Anyways. I just don't want people to keep. I mean, if the videos I start putting out aren't doing any good, I apologize. But I'm actually legitimately starting to worry about people starving to death. It takes a really long time for anything to starve to death. People aren't. I mean, you're not gonna. You take the food away from somebody and just give them water. They're not going to die right away. It doesn't take them 2-3 weeks. If they're lucky, they'll go that fast. In stretching it out over 6 or 8 months doesn't make them any less dead. It actually, makes it that much harder for them to recover from the starvation, as opposed to really fast. You're starving and there's just nothing for you to eat. Blah 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 blah. The longer you starve, the more damage you do to your body. Later, Jack. There are gun people that come into the prepping channels. There are camping people that come into the prepping channels. There are homesteading people that come into the prepping channels. Because I'm sorry, honestly, an individual who is into preparedness, if he's serious about it, is going to wind up with a garden of some sort. It may be buckets that he's salvaged out of alleyways and stuff all over the city. And they up on his roof, he's got tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants and stuff growing everywhere. But it's just the natural progression of someone who is prepping for the end of civilization as we know it. Because it's going to be the food that disappears first. Everybody's like, well, no, we're going to run out of gas or electricity. No, you don't need gas or electricity to stay alive. Well, I kind of do. I need electricity to stay alive. If I can't use that machine, I can't breathe. Well, maybe I could probably get by a really long time with just inhalers, but again, electricity and gasoline and diesel and stuff like that, you need to maintain your life. You do not need them to stay alive. So you do, however, need food and water. Shelter, well, oxygen, shelter, water, food. You, 3 minutes without oxygen, you die. 3 days without water, you die. No. 2 minutes without oxygen. 3 hours without shelter. 3 days without water. 3 weeks without food. There were people living to be well over 100 years old without electricity.
You're not cute.
He sounds awful cute to me.
Watch.
Whenever she looks away from him, he starts whining. And whenever she looks back, he starts laughing. He's spoiled rotten. And there's actually been a lot of good videos coming out on prepping and stuff. There's just like a lot of people have woke up and realized, hey, you know what, this is not really a joke. It's not a joke. Yeah, we lost a lot of history. Nothing I was taught about history in school was the truth. Nothing my mother was taught about history in school was, well, she didn't take history in school. There's a lot of things that we've been taught. What they teach in history is not what in school right now is not what I was taught. What was taught in history wasn't what I was taught to my kids, wasn't what I was taught. And
You better watch it.
I am scared to death what they're teaching my grandchildren. I got a little bit of it. I'm like, well, it'll sound right. Anyhow, Desert.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, well, Rob, there'll be a lot less fat people. Who knew that there was actually a beer and soda shortage? The plants that make the CO2 to put the CO2 into the beer and to carbonate the beer and the soda had problems. There was actually a beer and soda shortage because of the absence of CO2.
I'm gonna throw you in the dumpster.
See how Desert started out a prepper and now he's a homesteader. It's just the way you roll, man. You would have thought. I thought you was taking a nap. Thought you was going to sleep, little man. You just wrapping that woman around your finger. Oh. He's like, you didn't hear that, did you?
Throw all your kisses. Blah to you too.
What, little man? You loving up on my woman again, ain't you? You just have to. Every time I tell him that, he turns around and hugs her. That's my woman. My woman. Keep your hands to yourself, buddy. That's right. You basically be scared. Don't you smile at me. I'll pull your nose off. See you too, buddy. We're resetting. Well, we're not actually setting on the baby. That would just be wrong. Yeah.
What?
That's true, Anonymous. But, I mean, how many of us actually have a library in our house full of old history books and stuff? Doesn't make you a weirdo if you do, but how many of us actually do? Yeah, things are getting rough all over, but literally they are. They're getting bad. But I do not want a soapbox. I've been on soapboxes now. Make videos. Tell people how to do it easy. Um, my intention had been not even to open the chat tonight and just do a live stream on actually ways to do it. If you've got $5, if you've got $1, well, I don't know about $1 anymore. If you've got $1.34, you can prep. $1.34 a week, you can prep. That's, buy a thing of pasta one week, buy a thing of pasta sauce the next week. That's literally the way we did it for a really, really long time. If we needed 2 cans of something, we bought 3. And we would rotate it out. We got, this week we bought 3 pinto beans. Next week we'll buy 3 corns. And the week after that we'll buy 3 green beans, 3 spinach. Or, if it's something that we bought, just, instead of buying 1, we buy 2. We did that on everything. And then before we knew it, wow. Slowly but surely, there we go. With a pantry. It's not impossible.
Oh gosh, says that.
Oh no. Well, I have a personal library. I need more bookshelves.
$3 million.
Probably.
It's gonna just be cheaper to buy the book.
They've probably written that off, said Dad. Maybe, unless it's a really important book. And see, I don't know what a big ticket item is for prepping. The only big ticket items that you could count for prepping are for us is stuff that we think that you have to have anyway, just to live. I mean, a home, that's a big ticket item. A car, instead of a Prius, you have a pickup truck, stuff like that. I guess like a generator would be considered a big ticket item, but that's advanced prepping. I mean, I don't know if I would spend our gasoline keeping the freezer going. I would rather we'd be canning meat like crazy, but that's it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here pretty quick too. Yeah, see, that's way, 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 way on up the food chain. tradesmen. I mean,
I'm
that's
pretty sure we won't ever make it to the solar panels.
we might get solar panels, but I've researched all them freaking solar generators are battery packs, and I'm battery packs and inverters, and I'm not paying $3,000 for batteries and an inverter. No. I mean, you can get little ones or whatever that you can use around for camping or whatever, but if it's just something you're going to use camping, you can't run your house off of it. Why bother? But it's I don't think I would like to have a Humvee, but I wouldn't want to tank. This you can put a blade on the front of it and use for pushing down trees. Oh, that's a dozer. Never mind. Which I'd like to have a little dozer. That would be cool. Now I do want some of those Harbor Freight Princess Auto. What do you call it? Solar panels, 100 watts or whatever. Put those puppies on a couple of 3 or 4 batteries. It'd be nice to have lights, be able to charge your whole light and stuff up. Now, I just want to get rid of a bunch of cactus and mesquites. I don't need a tank. If it breaks loose, I want to be logistic support. No desire to put anybody's lights up. I'm going to avoid that at all costs. Well, not all costs. I'm not going to sacrifice any of mine for somebody else, but if I can keep from being put in a position where I have to choose between them or me, I'm going to. Them or mine. Whatever. Anyhow, folks, I am. Me too, Walter, but that's something you have to be able to focus to do. And that's them. You're not going to open the Bible and lie to people out of it, whether it's accidental or not. Doesn't change it. So, anyway, got a bunch of liquor on top of the counter over there that I made myself. It's horrible. It really is. The wine is okay, but my distillate tastes like gasoline. It won't burn though. It tastes horrible. So I've got to distill it again. See if I can improve the flavor. So anyway, y'all stay alive, don't die. Go around, check the forums and stuff. You'll find people with questions, and they'll ask real simple questions, and people will give them these big old long, complicated. You've got to have this, and the people don't even reply to their comment because they've literally been scared off. Go in there, find these people that are asking, how do I do this on a budget? And tell them how to do it on a budget. Tell them what the important stuff is. We're talking prepping, not joining a militia or forming a resistance. We're talking about not starving to death or not dying of thirst or not having to become a cannibal. I mean, you people are preppers. You know how to do this. You know how to be humble, right? You can humble yourself and not brag about how cool your setup is and everything, and you can just tell them what they need to. They don't need to know what your setup is. They need to know what they can do in their situation to better their situation. That's it. That's all. Seek them out. Help them. You too can prevent, werewolf preppers? Maybe. The horde. Exactly, high desert. I mean, that's super duper important. They're not starving. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Well, you're not going to fight as well. Anyway, I love you people. My brain is declaring this is over. So I may do another live tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. It'll be around 8:30, whatever, if they want. So anyway, God bless y'all. Thanks for coming by. You'll still have. Don't die.